Hey folks, and welcome back to another Division 2 video. If you've just hit the end game, you're going to want to start farming materials to optimize your gear and weapons. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to farm the rarest and hardest optimization material to gather, and towards the end of the video, go over my go-to way of farming it too. Let's jump into it. SHD Calibration. This material has probably been the bane of anyone trying to optimize their gear and weapons, with it being constantly in short supply and there only being a few ways you can currently farm it on a regular basis in the game. Well, in this video I'm going to show you every way you can farm SHD Calibration to get you optimizing your builds fast. So there are 5 ways you can farm SHD Calibration currently in Tom Clancy's The Division 2. Some you can only do weekly, others you can do daily, but by combining all of these different methods available, you'll never find yourself short. First, and to be honest, probably not one of the most efficient ways to gather SHD Calibration is by doing your projects. If you haven't looked into projects since the main campaign, I honestly wouldn't blame you too much, with there not really being a good enough reason to do them until now. When they added the optimization station to the game, they also added SHD Calibration as a reward for some of the projects. There are 4 projects that will reward you with SHD Calibration, 2 daily projects and 2 weekly projects. Out of these, there's 1 daily and weekly PvE focused project that have you complete some minor activities in the PvE areas of the game, and 1 daily and 1 weekly PvP focused project that will have you in either the conflict game mode or the dark zone. With the projects, any of the daily projects will reward you with 1 SHD Calibration, and the weekly will give you 5. So if you wanted to do all of your projects, daily, weekly, PvE and PvP, you'll be getting about 24 SHD Calibration a week, or 12 if you only want to do the PvE or PvP projects. I know this isn't a huge amount, but every little helps, right? Next, and this is one I've been using quite a lot, is crafting. Unlike the projects, one of the more constant ways you can farm SHD Calibration is by crafting it, and with this you're only limited by the time you want to put into it. Once you have the blueprint for the SHD Calibration bundle, which if you don't have you can get by farming a few level 3 or 4 control points, you can then craft a bundle of 5 SHD Calibration. This can still be a little bit expensive crafting them, with it currently costing 5,000 credits, 500 electronics, 500 carbon fiber, and 500 titanium. But with the speed crafting materials build up, you can craft a ton of SHD Calibration pretty quickly. Credits you can get just by selling a bunch of loot, but the other materials needed to craft the SHD Calibration bundle drop from different factions. If you want to see which faction drops which material, you can see for yourself by going to the crafting material you need in your inventory and checking the dropped by at the top of the description of the material. You can craft as many SHD bundles as you like, so it's a pretty constant way to gather any amount you need. Next we have Summit Caches. Summit Caches are rewarded to you by completing the Tactical and Ascent challenges in the Summit. As you complete a different number of challenges in the Summit, you earn rewards such as experience, targeted loot, and of course Summit Caches, which contain a random optimization material, field recon data, and 1 SHD Calibration. As you earn more rewards, you'll get these caches at reward tier 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17, 20, 23, 26, and 29. And once you've gained all of the rewards from the Summit challenges, you'll have to finish floor 100 to reset them and start re-earning the rewards over again. In my opinion, this isn't a bad way to get a few SHD Calibration, but it is quite a lot of work for the quantity you actually earn. Now, one of the most constant and reliable ways to gather SHD Calibration is by simply leveling up your SHD watch. And this goes double for players over SHD 1000. Once you hit level 40 and finish the final mission of Warlords of New York, you'll gain access to the SHD watch levels. Before hitting 1000, each time you level, you go around the sections of the watch placing points into attributes and claiming resources from the scavenging section. From scavenging, here at the bottom you can use these points to buy SHD Calibration, by far the hardest resource to gather on the list. But once you hit SHD level 1000, there are no more spaces left on any of the attributes to increase, so every SHD level you earn goes straight into the scavenging section. This means every time you level up, you're earning 1 SHD calibration, which at the speed you can level up during the endgame is pretty good. For a few tricks and tips on leveling fast for SHD levels, check out my short video taking a look at it here. And the final way you can farm SHD calibration, and this one is a little bit situational, is the optimization caches. Now the reason I say this is a little bit situational is that at the moment the only time these are available is as rewards for season events, either on the reward track for a specific event or for sale at the global event vendor during a global event. In an optimization cache, you'll get a few random gear and weapon optimization materials, some field recon data material, and SHD calibration. These caches aren't really a way to farm SHD calibration, but they are a nice way to get some bonus materials where you're farming in other ways. But I do have to add, with this video coming out around the end of Season 4 and Year 2, we currently don't know what's coming, or if there's going to be more seasons, or if there's going to be a Year 3 at all. But if not, I could see these caches being integrated into other areas of the game, so keep an eye out. But currently, they are the ways you can farm SHD calibration at the moment in Tom Clancy's The Division 2. Now personally, if I need to gather some SHD calibration pretty quick, I mainly use SHD leveling combined with crafting to gather as much as I need. And to do this, I tend to farm resource convoys, which are the red boxes moving between enemy control points. I'll often do this on heroic with either 3 to 4 directives on, but this also works great on challenging too. I often find each convoy will go up 1 SHD rank, and they're pretty quick to complete considering the amount of experience you actually get per each one. And as I'm doing this, I'm pretty much deconstructing all and any loot that drops until I max out the blue materials. Then I go and craft an SHD recalibration bundle or 3, and then straight back to the resource convoys. If you're not SHD 1000, this is a great way to get there, but if you are over 1000, you'll be getting 1 SHD calibration per convoy, plus 5 whenever you craft an extra bundle, and it all builds up pretty fast. And that is everything for this video. Do you have any preferred ways you like to farm SHD calibration that you'll think will help others out? Put it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more Division 2 content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.